Let's dive into leadership. Where is it at in the world? What's missing and where is it going? Well, joining us in the studio, who knows a lot about this subject, is boss lady, founder of Small Business Women Australia, Amanda Rose. Amanda, thank you for joining us on Power Hour.
Thanks for having me.
Let's look at America. The election isn't really that far away, and this is how the president, Joe Biden, has handled himself in his latest interview.
If we don't step up and provide the help we need, I was able to find another $310 million available that hadn't been used yet. But I've run out of runway to provide for more aid without the aid of the Congress.
He's speaking about funding for Ukraine, but it's hard to take him seriously when he's stumbling all over the place. He can't remember the word Congress. What's your reaction to watching this?
It's actually quite sad.
Yeah.
So I actually think that whoever is putting him in that position to do these interviews, to go out publicly and humiliate himself, obviously hate him. I think his own people hate him. I really do, because you wouldn't treat your grandfather like this. You wouldn't treat any human being like this. Everyone knows that he doesn't really know what's going on. So then my question is, who is really in charge here? Who's making the shots? We know he's not sitting there at his desk making the big decisions. Someone else is, and they're putting him out the front. So who is it?
And then when they put him out the front, it's just a disaster. I was speaking with some colleagues of mine saying, if you're his media advisor, of course you'd put him in hiding. You put him out in front of the television cameras and he stuffs up. And
that's right. And if we flip this, if that was Trump or anyone else, really, so if that was a Republican of any kind, that would be ripped to shreds. You're incompetent, you're not a leader, we don't have any confidence in you. So the hypocrisy here really is quite suffocating. And you know what? People are sick of hypocrisy, regardless of what side of politics they're done.
Let's look at the economy in America. Stubbornly high US inflation has grown stronger than expected. US prices rose 3.5% in the 12 months to March, which is up by 0.3% from February. How will the state of the US economy impact the election?
A lot. I mean, that's kind of, well, let's face it, when Trump won, he was pushing for the working class and the small businesses, and everyone went, yes, I can relate to that. And at the moment, you have people that can't afford healthcare, they can't afford food, they can't afford housing. These are basic necessities. And look, Australia's not far behind, let me tell you, with what we're going through. But of course it's going to dictate it. I think a lot of political parties assume that people care about giving billions of dollars overseas. No, charity starts at home.
Yeah.
So you've got to get your own house in order first, and people know that. When they're seeing their children or they themselves can't get a job, or they've got to work 3 jobs to pay for rent, or they get kicked out because of the rental market and all of this, they don't care about your, international globalist policies. They care about how am I going to feed myself this week and my family.
When Americans are really feeling the pinch like that, and we're back where we were just 4 years ago, it seems like it's between Trump and Biden at this stage. People aren't really that inspired. What's your assessment of where leadership is at in America and around the world?
Can I just say that leadership in general, everywhere, I think we've lost what we call good quality leadership. So a leader isn't just someone who wants to be a leader. A leader is someone who has got good character, has got compassion, can be very decisive, isn't easily manipulated by money or blackmail, right? We need someone that can stand up, represent everyone and not make sure no one feels alienated. We're missing that globally. We absolutely are. Everyone is following money, or they're trying to get into a powerful position. But when it comes down to America and the election, I say to people, don't look at who's leading the party. Look at the policies of the party. And it's the same here or any country. What are the policies? And that takes effort. And a lot of people don't have the time because, like I said, they're working multiple jobs. Find out who have they supported. And when I was in the US, when Trump was actually in administration, I found out through women who actually disliked him a great deal, but they said that his administration funded women in entrepreneurship and female startups more than any other, even though they hated him. They still acknowledged that, right? So that's what I really appreciated, that you can't stand the guy, but you liked his policies. And that's what we need to go back to.